Mike Hopkins was not happy with Cole Butcher after Butcher wrecked him racing for the lead with just 2 laps to go. Hopkins retaliated on the track during the St. Patrick's Day 150 at Hickory Motor Speedway for the Pro All-Star Super Series. Not only did he retaliate on the track, but Hopkins promised that next time he sees Butcher, he's going to give his dad a hefty repair bill. Before we get into this, I'd like to ask you, please hit that subscribe button, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss any of our future videos here at John Trent Racing. This is over at Racing America on X. They had the Pass series at Hickory Motor Speedway as part of their pay-per-view program. Here is a replay of Mike Hopkins passing Cole Butcher for the lead with 2 laps to go, and Butcher just running over him. And then Hopkins deciding to retaliate. Let's take a listen. There you go. Hopkins in the white car makes a clean pass, gets around Butcher. Butcher is all over his back end, going down into coming out of turn 2, just runs into the rear of him, sends him around, drives past him. Nowhere to go there. And Hopkins' car is finished. So little words there in the pits after the wreck. The 2 cars, the haulers are kind of parked right next to each other. You can see Hopkins having some words up there to Butcher and his family, who are, I guess, I don't know if Butcher's in the hauler, but obviously to the Butcher team in the hauler, you can see he was making some hand gestures, obviously shouting at them. Probably some profanity involved there. But here is the replay of the retaliation. Clips him a little bit there in the left rear. Doesn't get him as much as he probably wanted to. But definitely some retaliation there from Mike Hopkins. Obviously, I think he is right to be very upset with Cole Butcher. He passed Butcher very clean, and then Butcher decided to just end his day. He retaliated, I think, and then Hopkins retaliated after that. This is what Hopkins had to say to Racing America following the race. This is over on Racing America's Facebook page. Let's take a listen here.
Through it.
We just bided our time, honestly. I thought we played a good race. We had a strategy, and we were executing, and with less than 5 to go, our plan was to get to him and kind of just try to set him up and get around him and race for the finish. And we went into turn 1, and I got a good run off of 2, and we never really touched. And went into 3 and kind of just raced up the hill and down the front stretch and just went into 1, and I just got turned around. And tempers flared, and here we are.
Have you seen the video?
I've watched some of it, but again, there's a lot of racing incidents, but I got a pretty good memory, and Daddy's got a lot of money for him, so we'll let him use it.
Did you and Cole have any discussions?
So you can't help but laugh there. Daddy's got a lot of money, and we'll let him use it. Obviously, promising that he's probably going to get some payback against Cole Butcher in the future, the next time they are on the track together. But let's listen to what else he has to say here.
He's a little coward. Got out and walked right the trailer with his helmet on.
What's next for you? Where are we going to see you next at?
I don't know. We got to fix the junk race car, so we'll see what happens.
So that is what Mike Hopkins had to say following the St. Patrick's Day 150 down there at Hickory Motor Speedway for the Pro All-Star Super Series. I can't blame him. I think I would be pretty pissed too after I cleanly passed the guy with 2 laps to go. I'm in the lead, and the guy just runs you over in turn 2, clearly upset that you got around him, upset that the victory was, he got beat. He was getting beat for the victory. So I don't really blame him for being upset. I do think there is something to say about his retaliation, though. Maybe don't do that. Maybe keep your cool there a little bit. Save it for when you get out of the car. Maybe save it for the next race. There's something to say about that. But, I mean, obviously, I would be very pissed, too, if that happened to me. I mean, the blame is on Cole Butcher. I mean, the guy clearly wrecked him. And then, unfortunately, I think Hopkins is going to get some blame too because he does retaliate there afterwards. I think you'd rather have it settled maybe in the pits. But I also understand that, hey, he's probably a one-man team, obviously a low-budget team. He puts together some really good super late model cars, some really good pro late model cars. He's one of the top competitors in the country, and his car just got junked, and the kid that junked him isn't real. His car looks fine. And so he's like, hey, if you're going to junk my car, I'm going to junk your car, kind of an eye for an eye mentality there. So I understand that. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what kind of penalties Pass puts out. But I don't really blame Mike Hopkins. I mean, I think his anger is justified. He's seeking justice there because he was the win was stolen from him. Let's just put it frankly. That win was stolen from him by Cole Butcher, because Cole Butcher got passed and he just ran him over. But those are my thoughts on the matter. Let me know what you guys make of this. Who do you think is at fault? Do you think Mike Hopkins should have retaliated on the track? What do you think of what he has to say about what he might do to Cole Butcher's car next time he sees him? What do you make about his description of Cole Butcher as a coward? Let me know in the comments below.